Before we get started, make sure you go ahead and subscribe here to my channel and be sure to click on that bell notification so you're notified every single time I post another video. In this video, we are going to do a Flexi rod set on natural hair with only 3 products, barely 3 products. So our hair has already been sprayed down with a leave-in conditioner. The leave-in conditioner that I use will be left in the description box or in the lower left-hand corner, but that is all that is on her hair, and I am using this very minimum amount of foam wrap. All right, the foam wrap in this video is from Design Essentials. Again, I'm going to leave it in the lower left hand corner, so check it out. Now, I'm combing through her hair. It is imperative that when you are doing a roller set and setting a bond, you are properly detangling the hair and smoothing the hair out, because what you are doing when you're giving yourself a flexi rod set or a roller set or a perm rod set is setting the hydrogen bond in your hair and setting all 3 bonds that are in your hair that are holding your hair together. But the hydrogen bond is the bond within your hair that is broken by water, and when we set it with a foam, we are setting it in a new style until the hydrogen bond is broken again with water. This is why after you get silk press, if you sweat in your hair is going to revert back automatically. Why? Because if the person did the silk press right, your bonds are not damaged. So the second you sweat or the second you go in humidity, you will have your curls revert back. This is why silk presses are not for everyone. Sometimes you should get a flexi rod set. Now, the main reason that you don't see flexi rod sets here on my channel is because most women were under the impression that a flexi rod set took like 30 minutes or like 25 minutes, because this was around YouTube time, right? Around the YouTube time where you would watch a YouTuber do a roller set and they say, oh, I didn't sit under the dryer, I just went to sleep in my perm rods and I woke up and my hair was dry. That's a bold-faced lie. They've been drying their hair for 3-4 days and they edited it down and made it look like it was all one day, put on the same shirt. That's what happened. But most people were under that impression, so I literally took it off my service list, because I would have women come in to get roller sets, and depending on the density of your hair, it can take like 2 hours for your hair to dry all the way through, because the bond has to be set 100%. A lot of times your flexi rod set or your perm rod set doesn't come out right because you either use sections that are way too big, or you end up not allowing the hair to properly dry all the way through, or you don't use enough tension when you're wrapping. Stop being scared. Your hair is not a piece of tissue, okay? If your hair is strong and you're doing the stuff that you're supposed to do, your hair is not gonna fall out your head. I want you to pay attention to my combs and my brushes. I do not have a bunch of her hair in my combs and in my brushes. Now, her hair is high porosity, and for that reason, because it is so thick, as we were moving along, I did need a little bit more help, right? So I would add a little silk nectar, which is a non-comedogenic serum that it was a product that I made, and it didn't clog the pores or the hair follicles or anything. It really helps with the flexi rod set process, right? And you'll see what I mean at the very end when I am styling it, how easy it is for me to style it, right? So by the way, don't look at this again. This is a video from 2018 and it's 2024, so I ain't got no Black Friday sale. It ain't even Black Friday time, all right? But around then in 2018, you know what I mean, we was having a Black Friday sale. But anyway, as you can see, I am making sure that her hair is like completely smooth. Like the hair shaft has to be completely smooth. When I was in cosmetology school, that is what we learned. when it was time to roller set, it was like, if you want to ensure that you'll have the perfect roller set, if you want to ensure that you'll have the perfect flexi rod set, you have to smooth the hair. And this does not matter what your race is, the texture of your hair, relaxed or natural, you must smooth it. And if you have naturally curly hair, you must take smaller sections, you must use tension, and you must smooth. But what's crazy is, with Team Natural, what happened is it just made everybody believe like, okay, your hair can do this naturally if you get a whole bunch of hair products. So instead of everybody just doing a roller set or doing a flexi rod set or doing a perm rod set like we're doing today, everybody ran and got 5 or 6 or 7, 8 or 9 different products and layered those products on the hair, put it in braids or twist and let it dry for 3 days or set it under the dryer, when it's like you can just have 1 day a week, that's wash day. And then on that 1 day a week, you follow certain patterns and certain processes, certain routines. You do a roller set, a flexi rod set, a perm rod set, and it'll last you for a week or 2 weeks, right? And then you wash your hair again and do it all over. And then it'll last you another 2 weeks. Before you know it, it's been a month. And you don't have to detangle your hair with conditioner and have globs and globs of hair in your comb. That'll never happen like this. And you're going to see in a second that even once her hair is dry, I can still comb through this. You can comb through a roller set and a flexi rod set. Yes, ma'am. Yes, you can. Obviously, I'm not going to take a brush and just put the whole brush on the head and slide it down. It'll be piece by piece, but you can still comb through it, right? These are things that I really, really want you guys to think about. Look at the way that I am stretching out her hair as I am wrapping the rod. And I'll never stop letting up on tension. That is how we set the hair in a new pattern. You use the tension and the foam to set the bond. That is it. You don't need to butter and a cream and a serum and a gel and a putty and no. Just a foam, a leave-in conditioner and a foam. So let's get into a couple of testimonials because I don't want to talk your head off. So let's see what other people have to say, okay? Sarah G said, after years of incorrect practices followed by some months of Team Natural rubbish, my hair was done. I have severe thinning and various hair shaft disorders, but then by chance I clicked on one of San's videos. Something urged me to click on more of her videos, and I am so glad that I did because my hair would definitely have fallen out if not. I immediately stopped oiling my scalp, threw away hundreds of pounds worth of hair products that were advised from Team Natural, and began following San's advice. My hair looks and feels 100% better. I joined the 7-day challenge because I want to make sure that I don't miss out on any information at all. I will stick with my hair routine from now on, and I am looking to having long hair that is 100% healthy instead of limp and see-through. Thank you so much, San. I had been air drying and oiling my scalp since 2009, and by the grace of God, I still have hair on my head. I ended up growing my hair 3 to 4 inches below bra strap length, and it wasn't healthy. See-through ends, and after about 10 or so years, my hair had become limp, mushy, and super soft to the point where it just wouldn't even hold a curl. It took over a decade before I noticed the significant changes. I'm so happy I discovered San's videos and joined her 7-day challenge. In 30 days, my hair has transformed. I found an amazing stylist I now go to every 2 weeks, blow dry my hair, and even after coming home from the gym, I know how to set the bond so I don't experience mechanical damage or hydro fatigue. Join her 7-day challenge if you want to understand the science of hair and grow long, healthy hair. One more. I came across San on YouTube, and the passion and the realness she spoke resonated with me. From experience, I knew that there was truth to what she was saying. And before the 7-day challenge, my hair was super dry and pulling out entire strands of hair with the bulb still attached, and it didn't even hurt. It was horrifying and thought, well, I guess I'm going bald. But as I began to learn from her videos about hair growth cycles and how our lifestyle practices, stress, styling, and product usage affects it, and that oils do not go on the scalp, and building a routine is essential, and taking the inside approach. It's really a wholesome approach to hair care, which I have fallen in love with. So I tried it. Scalp detox and no oils on the scalp. And then I joined the 7-day hair growth challenge, and I kid you not, by the end of the week, I'm like, oh, this is sebum. I like sebum. This is currently my 6th week into the challenge, and I continue to see and feel the glorious sebum on my scalp and hair. It makes my hair feel so soft and shiny. I learn a lot from seeing, and I especially love that I am creating a hair routine based on the knowledge that I gained from joining the 7-day hair growth challenge. Now, I think before I buy products, and I understand that the products that I am adding to my hair routine and why. I understand my hair type and what will work or won't work for me and why. I have the power to make the decisions for myself. Oh, and the best part is now I look forward to wash day with excitement. The 7-day hair challenge changed my life for the better, and that is no exaggeration. So I really hope that you guys can take that in, right? Because it's so simplistic, and over the years we've made things so complicated real quick. The only thing that is on my hands right now is like a tad bit of the same exact serum that I used when I was putting the Flexi rods in her hair in the first place. So I'm not using no any like heavy cream or anything like that, and I only have a small bit on my hands just so that my hands are a little lubricated, because she does have high porosity hair, right? So I just want to make sure that all of her cuticles are laying flat and that this is going to last for her. And what I am doing is just lightly wrapping her hair around my finger. Now, she happens to not have any pieces that are still wet. I remember her hair used to take about 2 hours to dry, and again, that's why I took it off of my books. It was not something I would book, because I would literally have grown women every 5 minutes, because there were other clients that were coming in, because their hair was going to take 2 hours to dry. In their mind, it was just like, okay, I have them under the dryer because I'm doing other people's hair, when it's like, no, your hair is still wet. And after so long of that, I was like, okay, I'm just going to take this off of my service list, because it was more of a hassle than a help. So yeah, that's why you guys don't see that many roller sets or flexi rod sets. But she was one of my favorite clients. And I also want you to notice how when she first comes in, right, she already has her hair detangled, even though it needs to be washed, right? Her hair was not matted. Her hair was in individual braids, but it's because it's so thick. So if she would have just put it in a ponytail, then it probably would have been matted and tangled, because she didn't like have it blown out or anything like that. It was kind of like air dried hair, right? So she just made sure, even though it was air dry hair, she still made sure she put it in place for me. So those are things that I really want y'all to think about, right? And again, if you want to see how her hair looks straightened, then check the link in the description box below. And I think she's a really, really great example, so you guys can see that, like, y'all have been scared of flat irons and blow dryers like they're the boogeyman, when in reality you're supposed to go between the two. As you can see, her hair is thick and full of body, and by this time, I have been doing her hair for years, right? I've been doing her hair for years. And this is right before I retired. So I've been straightening, flat ironing her hair, getting it bone silky straight for like 3 or 4 years, and as you can see, her curls are always there, and she rarely got flexi rod sets. If I'm not mistaken, they were like, her and her husband were like going out of town or something. It was something she was doing, and she wanted to try a flexi rod set. But yeah, again, you don't see any product dripping from my hands. Her hair does not look wet. And that's another thing that is like kind of a thing that people really need to get over. Something we talk about in the challenge group all the time is that your hair is not supposed to look shiny. Like, I need to add oil. My hair needs to look, your hair is not supposed to be oily to the touch. If you touch your hair, you shouldn't have any residue on your fingertips. You should not. Because the only thing that a product is supposed to do is help your hair move through it, and your hair is supposed to absorb it a little bit. So your hair is only going to absorb 36% of whatever you put on it. So if you can touch a product and put it on your hair, that just means it's just sitting on top of your hair. This is why you have to keep adding product over and over again, because it was never allowed to do its job. Your hair is supposed to absorb that 36%. And after it absorbs that 36%, it's supposed to be left alone and able to, the cuticle is supposed to be able to open and close to receive moisture from the environment. Because your hair only receives moisture from the environment and from the water that you drink. So that's why, have you noticed that it's all of a sudden all these products are being geared towards moisture, 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 moisture. Because that's the new thing. Remember, before, all of the products were like rice water, rice water, rice water. And then before that, all of the products were apple cider vinegar. Pay attention. This is one of the reasons why most people, you don't see a whole lot of roller sets, because they take a really long time in the salon, and most people don't want to spend the time. Most people want a quick fix because you've been watching YouTube videos that have been edited, and you think that it can be done like really quick, and no, it takes a minute. And you can do it at home too, but you're going to have to, again, take smaller sections. You're going to have to take smaller pieces. You have to use way less product. Another reason that your roller sets and stuff like that don't look good is because you put too much product on. So it's really hard for the bond to set if the bond is covered in oil. One thing I do remember, it used to be so hard for me to style her hair because she laughed with her whole body. And I would have to tell myself, oh my God, don't make her laugh. Oh my God. Oh my God. And she did not care. I get it. I'm like, okay, I finally got it all to one side. And then I say something, and then her whole body will move forward and move everything to the left side. I'll be like, oh, Holy Joseph. Oh my goodness, Holy Joseph. Oh, but sorry, I just had a flashback as I'm watching it. But yes, her hair, as you can see, is thick and beautiful. But as you can see, there are no shortcuts. The curlier your hair is, the more strategic you're going to have to get with your patterns and routines. There are no shortcuts. And why do you think you need a shortcut or you deserve a shortcut? Because most women who don't have super, super curly hair are washing and blow drying their hair every single day before work. You could possibly only do it once a week, or once every 2 weeks, or once every 3 weeks if you have extensions with a certain pattern. So it's like, just try to think about that. Okay. The edge control that I'm using is the edge control that I had. I don't know what edge control it was, but she really, really liked the edge control. And so regardless of what I said, she wanted edge control. So I'm not going there, but and she had high porosity hair, so the edge control didn't like cause her hair to revert back or anything. But this is how everything turned out. So let me know what you think about it. Like I said, she about to move everything to the other side, but oh yeah. So her hair ended up coming out beautiful. And if I did her flexi rod set the same exact way with the same exact pattern, you can do it too. I do not have a different technique that I use on hair that is her density versus somebody with thinner hair. I use the foam wrap the same way, I'm using the products the same way, everything is the same. So make sure that you follow this step by step, take smaller pieces, use less products because less is more. And if you need more detailed help, join my 7-day challenge. Links in the description box below. And if you don't want to join the challenge, that's okay. Look at the playlist in the description box below and watch some of my hundreds of videos and piece everything together yourself. You can do it because people do that too. All right, let me know what you think about it. Her curls ended up falling the next day, not a lot, but just a little bit. But yeah, this is Flexi Rod set on super duper duper thick natural hair. All right, let me know what you think in the comments below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you have not done so already, and do me a favor, leave me a comment and tell me what your favorite part of this video was. Bye.